How's it going today, ladies and gentlemen? It is that one guy back at it again. It's more Platinum Star City, episode 18. I am here with the lovely group, cast, crew, that one nerdy group. I don't know, that one nerdy D&D group. All here to have some fun and have some great times. Baylisk is not with us currently. Hopefully he will be able to get to us later. It'd be great if he does. If not, I don't know how I'm gonna play his character, but we'll try. But in the meantime, we have a new player character. Introductions were made on the 17th episode, but it was officially made for now, and we'll see if she enjoys the ride along. For now, we're gonna introduce each character one by one, so you know which reactives are which and which characters they play. Give a small description, however they want to introduce themselves. Starting from I feel like I should roll a dice, because every time you guys keep saying I call you out, but I've been switching it up, but you'll still say I call you out. So, we'll go with a dice roll. There's 5 of us. This could work. Roll a d6. See what happens. I'll reroll a 6. I reroll a 6. 2. Timothy, you're up.
Oh, fucking great.
See, even the dice want you to go first.
I am Timothy. I am our fairy bard. Madly in love with Theo. Theo is the best and goodest boyo ever for a certain somebody who still thinks he's bad. Okay.
Does somebody think that he's bad?
I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about. Up next, 6, rerolling, 2, rerolling, 2, rerolling, 6, rerolling. Wow, 1. Rach, let's introduce your character.
You should be playing Yahtzee. What are you doing here?
I know. Got like 3 2s and 2 6s. Rach, would you like to introduce your character and...
Yeah, sorry.
It's all good.
Hi, I'm Leah. I am a rogue fighter that was just passing through during our last campaign session, and I was just having a lovely little time, you know, playing some table games, and met some woman that intrigued me and has me sticking around the city for a little bit longer to keep an eye on some things that could be either good or bad. As for the people that I'm about to meet, I'm going to make my own decisions.
Yep. All they needed was to just keep tabs at the end of the day. Make some friends, have some fun, see how that goes. Speaking of fun, roll a...
Exactly, we'll see how it goes.
Roll a d4. Yeah. Wait, Una.
Hi, I'm Umbra. I play Una, the Eladrin florist druid, who is on the market for a second wife.
On the market. I'm glad you can go to the store and pick them out. Up next.
Yeah, there's websites for it.
Delphi, you're up.
Hi, I am Delphi. Well, I'm Sass, but I play Delphi.
Your name's Delphi now.
I am a fairy wizard. I am a princess, and I am very important and necessary. And
Spoilers.
I have a new friend who has a book, but no one knows that he can talk.
Yeah.
Except for me. I am going through some depresso feelings, but it's fine. It's okay. Just working through it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Alright. Okay. Yeah. That's me.
Yeah. The book is there to help to be a therapy journal. I don't know. Whoa, what happened to my camera?
I don't know what happened to your camera. You tell me.
It became all staticky. Everything in the background's fuzzy. There we go. We're back. Hopefully it stays. There's static in the space. Durant!
I'm the only... Okay, yeah, I was about to say, I'm the only one left, right? I'm Polly. I play Durant as a paladin for the Church of Palor. That's that. Nothing interesting is happening, really.
I mean,
That's it.
For now, you were the only human.
Oh, that's true. Yay, I'm not alone. Like, my character probably doesn't fucking matter.
We'll see how this goes. We'll see how the journey is. And we're going to get into the recaps. Our missing player, Valisk, would play Valindra, a elven ranger, I believe. What elf? Let me triple check here. I could be wrong. Yeah, what elf?
I don't know.
What elf ranger? Our characters have just reached level 4. They've been enjoying their 3 days off. But before we get into the recap, I would like to divert everyone's grand attention to our nice and lovely intro into Platinum Star City. And we are back. Last we left off, as my background becomes sparkly sky atmosphere, hoping that my camera will fix itself. Right. After returning from their journey beyond the woods, beyond the fog, not the tavern. We're staring at the tavern.
That's what we do every day.
Yeah, it's the tavern map is up, and so my brain said woods and forgot to put the fog woods. Returning back from a dangerous journey, defeating the rot hag, our heroes made it into the city and have spent the past 3 days taking a very needed decompression. During the end of the second nights, our group enjoyed a nightlife at the Obsidian Rock, a casino-esque like hotel in gambling hall mixed with the pub, but they didn't have to eat much there. They just had too much fun taking each other's monies in the hearty good fashion of just gambling. It is there where, after a night of fun, chaos, and very high rolls, that a new individual was introduced. Leia, a roguish-like individual who was there enjoying a night of fun, but got recruited by those who wish to keep an eye on this estranged group in the corner of the room. The group that we know of is our party members. Upon being told that they simply need to be keeping an eye on after their last watcher left on an important journey beyond the mountains, a place that is not normally ventured. This city has long been surrounded by fog. To the common folk, going beyond the mountain pass is unheard of. It is impossible. And yet, after what was spoken being done, a handful of platinum was given as payments to simply watch, observe, and if the time is right, give the information to someone in the obsidian rock. Given a code to use, those who dwell in the dark do not disturb the lights. As that code rings through the head of one of our players, a possible outcome after being told that the Dragonborn that accompanied this group was bad news. Maybe not a bad person, but a bad influence. Negative impression. But the defending and protection of the two humanoid-looking individuals who this random stranger who introduced herself as Valerie claimed that they were fairies in human disguises and they needed to be protected. As the night went on and our group returned back to the woods, those who owned their own home and domicile returned for the nights, saddened of losing their money to a very well-lucked fairy individual. All in good fun, of course.
Rigged.
Our new individual, Leia, followed them to the woods while they scattered off throughout the nights, either having some last-minute parties and meals before hitting the hay. Purchased a room of her own, costing a very cheap 25 silver, paying in a platinum piece to put a tab on. Food and drinks are going to be provided for a while for this individual, along with the however long she wishes to stay. And it's this morning, as the sun tries its best to peek past the curtains. Out of the group of you here, including Una, if you wish to try over at your shop, who do you think would be the first to rise this early morning after a night of partying?
Probably Joanne.
No one arises. We all sleep in.
To be fair, one of you was extremely hammered.
Was not.
You
But
so fucking
You
were.
danced and talked with a book.
Literally
he
out
was
in
drunk,
public.
Hammered. Not hammered, but drunk.
Una and Elian might wake up first, but they are busy. Probably for a while.
Busy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then Leah will take advantage of Una and Elian's extracurricular activities and Delphi's hammeredness and hangovers to look into this magic glass that she has in her possession and put on a disguise, if you will, that'll kind of set her in a proper attire that may blend in with the woods, the staff, and the people that come here, as she's not from. She is gonna put on this outfit and head downstairs and just kind of sit herself in the corner for a little while and wait for the rest.
As you are the first to emerge from your room, looking down from the balcony, heading toward the stairs, you see the outline of this group. A small young child reading a book, kicking her feet as she dangles off of this rocking high wooden chair. You see a pink lizard folk individual, armored like leather clothing, however relaxed, having a nice morning tea. A rabbit folk, humanoid in nature, with whites, reds, blacks, and blue patches all over its body, as he is cooking up a meal in the back kitchen and serving food out to the front, as a coyote individual scampers across, stands up, picks up the meal, and delivers it back to a humanoid gentleman, an early messenger outfits, who is here for a quick snack before he has to continue his deliveries. At the very front, a massive, roughly probably around 6'7" bear folk individual, heavy armor, her sword laying flat on the ground as she is sprawled across the bench, heavily asleep. And then a high elf individual, fancy dress, the one who gave you the room for the nights, Clara, she introduced herself as, the assistant manager of this hotel slash inn slash tavern known as the Woods. As the tables and room are prepared for any and all visitors, you see the morning crew, a very beautiful bird like Aarakocra, almost blue jay like features, but adorned in purple feathers. A long, elated gown, which could be confused as a dress from how fancy it is. The backstage instruments, a lovely individual who is tuning his lutes, getting ready to assist the singer, as they seem to be practicing a performance that might be happening more later in the evening, but as early as they can. The floor is yours. Where would you like to go?
I thought the floor belonged to the tavern, but what do I know?
I think I get a nice little seat to be able to keep an eye on everything. I want to be able to see the band and those coming downstairs. So I'm going to make my way down, and I'm going to park myself right about... Oh, this is a bar table, isn't it?
The counter here where the male individual is a bar table. You see there are some cats and everything scattered around. The chair there is a dining table, but the table itself seems to be a tree trunk that has grown from the floor. You see the wooden chairs themselves seems to have the same characteristics. However, the chairs can move, as so individuals can seat themselves as they see fit. As you take a seat, enjoying the time here, you see the coyote female nature scamper up to you, holding a pen pad and a smile that seems to be a little bright for the morning. Very chipper, happy look on her face as she introduces herself. Hi, Kaylee, waitress of the Woods. Welcome. I don't think I've seen you here much, but I can get you some breakfast. What would you like for this morning?
I've never been here before, which is probably why you've never seen. But that's okay. What do you have to drink? Coffee?
New customers. We have coffee. We have water. We have wine. If you're interested in that early in the morning, we have.
No.
Okay, we have teas of different types and varieties, but we do have a coffee if you want to just stick with that.
Yes, please. A large coffee, black. Waffles.
We have that as well.
Can I get those with
Who are you, Timothy?
strawberries?
Everyone could like waffles. Thank you.
Waffles are fantastic. Leave me alone.
Absolutely. Okay. Waffles. Can you sign of that? Any other sides or just that?
That's all for now.
Okay. Give me a second. I'll come right up. You see, as she quickly takes the notes down, and just as quickly as she arrives, you see her scamper off behind, majestically through the environment. She has worked here long enough to be able to maneuver quickly and efficiently. As you hear, she gives the orders to the back. You hear the happy laughter of the rabbit folk as you see a shifting glow of blackish arcane lights. Feel free to make me a perception check, as this is your first time here.
You got a 14.
I'm sorry, 14.
Ah, alright. With the 14, you are able to see the flash of black arcane light, and as you lean back in your chair just enough to look into the kitchen, you see as when there was one white rabbit folk with multiple patches, there are now two rabbit folk. Same size, same shape, however, one is solid black, as the other still has white furs, red, blue, but you notice the black patch over its eye is now missing. And as the two of them get to cooking, the coyote folk, introducing herself as Kaylee, comes back up with a cup of coffee, sets a mug down, pours until the top, looks at you. Food will be done shortly, and feel free to ask for refills at any point. Clara told me that you were paid for already.
Thank you. I may need a refill in a couple of minutes on the coffee, but I'm okay for now.
I'll keep an eye out, and I'll bring the food when it's done.
All right, thank you so much.
You see her smile, nod. Her ears like perk up and look across the room as the lizard folk is holding up her hand as she scampers off to that side of the room. As you're here waiting, taking a watch of the surroundings, you see as the male individual who delivers the mail finishes his food, pays in some silver, stands as the cat of the table rolls over and starts like pawing at the coin as he pets the cats and moves alongside in a quicker standpoint, hurried, moves across. Clara? Oh, right, your mail. And hands her mail. Thank you. Please be safe out there. Last thing we need is for you to break your leg again. I was one time, and that taxi cab was moving a little too fast for my liking. And you see as he moves out the front door, she waves him off as he leaves the front entry. As the individuals are here, waiting. The meal is finished. You smell the freshly baked sugary bread goods as scampering to the behind the bar counter, heading back into to grab the meal. Durant, how does your morning greet you?
Well, unlike Delphi, I didn't get shit-faced. So I wake up relatively normally because I didn't drink a lot.
Our holy warrior, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, alcohol is definitely evil and bad.
Evil.
Evil.
But as you arise, the sun barely gleaming past the curtains of your room, the smell of freshly baked sweet goods wafting into your room. Looking out into the open, do you spend your time in your room or head out for breakfast?
No, we'll head down for some foods.
As you make your way to the balcony, looking past the overhang, you see Raftalia, the singer that's always here. You see the maestro that accompanies her. You see Clara, and you see the child that is later. Or were you introduced? I don't think you were actually introduced to this child yet.
I don't think so.
Yes, you see this random child with small Cupid-like angelic wings and, interesting enough, tiefling-like horns, small, babyish, think like almost airy, but both sides of the head from My Hero Academia, if you watched it.
I have. You know I have.
Yeah. That's more for like the viewers at home.
No, it's definitely for me.
As she sits there watching and looking at her book, looking around the table, she almost like turns to you. Like if she felt something. You see her eyes meet yours as her expression almost gets excited for a little bit before she like then goes back to her book. She's like glancing off towards your direction every once in a while. But as you head down the stairs, which table do you wish to portray as you see most of the places pretty open?
I'm gonna go here. What's Alt? Yeah, it's Alt. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go here.
As you place yourself at the table, you see as Kaylee comes around the corner, drops off a immaculate stack of waffles, as requested, sides included. Refills the coffee from however much you've drunken up to this point. Looks to you, gives a small bow, and then looks across to where Durant is at, and begins to scamper off quickly and majestically as she gets up next to you. Morning, Durant. What do you want for
Kaylee.
meal today?
I don't know. How about just some water and some fruit?
Water
We'll
and
keep
fruit?
it light.
Can do. As she heads off to the back area, talking to Elle in the kitchen. You hear the chopping and preparing as she is able to come back a lot quicker with a small cup of water. Leaves the pitcher on the table. Let me know if you need a refill.
Yep.
And heads back to get ready to prepare for a nice fruity bowl breakfast. You see as she then heads over and begins to feed the lizard folk a nice hefty meal of what can only be described as assorted meats. Some of them look cooked, some of them look a little on the rare side.
Gross.
Yum. I don't want that on my order, please.
As the child sits there, Clara looks over. Momo, are you doing okay? Child stands to her feet and begins to scamper off, and as you see, she gets past the lizard folk, smiling and taking her in, moving up to Clara. As she's like pulling on Clara's dress to like lean down to her, Clara gives her ear. She whispers something. And with your passive perception, you're able to see as she is pointing to you, Durant.
Oh, good. Okay.
Clara looks over to you, gives a small smile, and whispers something in her ear. As you see, she giggles and laughs, and she kicks her legs up like to jump. But you see as her head is moving backwards in gravity, Clara, startled for a second, looking like she's getting ready to just full-on backflop before her cupid wings glow and grow just a little bit more, enough to keep her floating in the air. As Clara looks to her, "Dear, you're barely learning how to fly. You have to be careful." As she then goes back to her table and continues the book.
Okay, I'm just gonna be like, okay, that was weird, and go back to...
Kaylee grabs the meal, brings it to you, and you have a nice bowl of assorted different types of fruits. Strawberries, blueberries, maybe a kiwi if you're interested. As she then... Feel free if you want to ask anything else, I will be right behind the counter. Goes across. Heads up to you, Leah. Did you need any more refill for the coffee?
Yes, please. I can. water on the side? That would be nice.
Can do.
Thank you.
Goes behind the counter and begins to make that preparations. Delphi, as the sun is beaming through your curtains, how do you wake up this morning?
Delphi kind of wakes up and like she's a little still tired. I wouldn't say she's hungover, but she's not like super chipper, you know? She's not like refreshed. She's just awake. And she just feels like, you know, maybe she could use some breakfast, some fresh fruit, you know. And so she takes a cold, like a not a cold, but like a cool shower, and she gets dressed, and then she heads downstairs with the book
As you
in
wake
her
up
bag.
and
He's
roll
not
out of bed, as you are not hungover but still clutching onto your head, not fully recovered, as you said. Dancing, huh? That was a new one. Got a little dizzy up in here. My perspective is what you have, so when you're twirling in circles, I'm kind of twirling with you. Just keep that in mind next time. If I had pages I can hurl, I probably would have.
Delphi said, "Oh, please, you enjoyed yourself."
True.
She goes, "You're going in here for now," and puts him in her bag.
You pick him off of the spine that he was standing upon and sets him in the bag. You have your shower, have your change of clothes, and you're free to head down.
Go down.
You see the group before you. Oh, wrong button.
Good job.
That one. I almost moved the whole map.
You were.
Yeah, don't do that.
Delphi sat at the table that Durant is sitting at.
Heading down the stairs in humanoid form, Delphi heads down, grabs a seat next to the armored individual. Are you already armored up, Grant?
Yes, because why would we go upstairs to put it back on?
Delphi is in humanoid form?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good to know. Okay.
As Kaylee comes across, hands you your water and the fresh cup of coffee, scampers off around the corner. Morning, Delphi!
Good morning, King. Can I have the normal raspberry tea and fruit bowl?
Can do.
Thank you.
Heads off around the corner, gets to the cabinets. You see her getting a pitcher and pot of water, however, sets it on an arcane rune to begin heating it up, grabs a tea bag and sets it inside as she then goes around the corner to the kitchen, tells Elle, as you guys just hear a chuckle, another one, okay. Time flows. Is there anything you and Durant talk about while you're at this table?
Just like small talk, I guess, just about how like he's doing, and she kind of lays her head down on on her arm, and just like sits there and waits for the tea and fruit.
You had a little too much last night, did you?
No, I just am tired. That's all.
That's what they all say.
Please, I'm not. I'm fine. The tea will help.
Heading across, quick speed motions, efficiently dancing through the chairs to the side as Katie sets down the tea and leans a pot in, pouring in a lovely smell of your very usual drink. She sets the pot down on a small, padded like coaster. The bowl should be ready soon.
Thank you. And Delphi starts sipping her tea.
As Kaylee moves over to Momo. Anything? Momo whispers into her ear. You know I have to ask Clara. You see as she like shies away. Momo walks over to Clara, asks. One pancake is fine. Easy on the syrup though. Kaylee then moves past. Begins to collect. Timothy, how does your morning greet you?
He's waking up in bed with Theo, I'm guessing, because Theo's not downstairs.
As
because I
you-
don't see him.
He is not downstairs. He's in bed with you. However, as you are waking up,
Yes.
he is not in bed with you. However, he is not far. Leaning over to the right, looking on the open floor, you see he is halfway naked,
Ooh.
but in the middle of a workout, as he is currently doing handstanded push-ups. You never really seen him. Well, you have seen him completely naked. You guys have spent the night together.
Yeah, we have.
This is your first time you've actually ever seen him truly actually work out. You see focus, you see dedication, you see absolute concentration, and it's not just fast rapid. He is moving slowly to improve the muscle mass of his arms to keep them in
You said he's
good condition.
doing push-ups or something like that?
Handstand push-ups. It is literally
What it
two
sounds like.
hands with no feet on the ground, and he is doing push-ups with just his hands alone
Okay.
in almost a complete
well,
90-degree angle.
I'm going to wake up in fairy form, and I'm going to sit on his back. And I'm going to say out loud, "Damn, you're one sexy beast."
I don't think you can sit on his
Yeah,
back.
you can't. You can't.
He's
There's a
literally
few things you can
straight up and
see.
down.
He's at a 90-degree angle.
He's straight up and
Oh,
down,
okay.
Timothy.
Well then, I'll be
His tail is dragging.
I'll stand on his feet with my feet, and I'll look down that way.
As you
While
have,
still fairy form, so his wings are still flying, so he's not fully
yeah.
standing on him. And I still said the same thing.
You see as
Perception check, I'm just saying.
as you have a full view of the whole package. You see as he grins while still focusing, continuing another 15 rounds of push-ups, slow and methodical, almost.
And with him going up and down, I'm still following in motion.
Any plans for the day?
Um,
If my Goic Solar would like to work, please.
No, not allowed.
But Theo would sound if he was a human.
Dusty, any plans for the day?
For me, I have no idea. I might want to, stay in this room a little longer with you.
That's fine. Claire's probably gonna want help downstairs at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she could wait.
You do know she probably will, I would say, dock my pay, but it's kind of just what extra money I don't use.
Well, if she docks your pay, I got you. Don't worry.
You did clean house last night.
Yep. Yeah, I did.
You see as he finishes his last 15th rep, as he then lowers his feet gently just to make sure not to flick you off in case you were putting weight on.
No weight at all.
And as he stands to his feet, you see him move his shoulders, try and decompress.
While he's doing that, I'll transform into human form. And I'll pull him into a hug.
He pulls you in, His, even in your human form, his massive 6-foot self is just enveloping you.
That's the way we like it.
Well, I'm gonna take a quick shower and then we can have some breakfast, I guess.
All right.
Oh, probably gonna go.
As he walks off to the bathroom, I'll slap his ass.
Oh.
And then I'll get my clothes on.
Make a dexterity check.
Dexterity? Okay. Wait, like a saving throw or just
No,
regular
just your
dexterity?
regular dex.
I got a 13.
Haha.
What was that haha all about?
As Theo gets about 5 feet from you, out of arm's length, you turn around and relax before you also feel a playful slap from his tail.
Wow. Next time, do it with your hand, big boy.
What?
He goes off, showers, dresses, as you guys both head down the stairs, hand in hand. The group scene as you come down. Where do you wish to sit? As he has to go talk to. You see, he has to go talk to Clara first.
I want to go with.
Okay. Going across the room, heading very leisurely, you see as Theo looks over to Kaylee.
I'll take a cup of coffee, Timothy.
I will. I guess I'll take a copy too.
Feel free to send it to the table in the corner with Delphi.
See Kaylee nod and smile on her face as he begins to continue over hand in hand with you. Go talk to Clara. Morning, Theo. Timothy.
Good morning.
I wonder if y'all slept at all tonight, or if y'all just had another fun evening.
A mixture of both.
You really need to probably work on the soundproofing effects of this place.
God.
Maybe. Or you could just work it on.
It's fine.
I'll give you some better earmuffs.
By all means. And I mean this genuinely, as long as you guys are happy.
I'm happy. And with that, I squeeze Theo's hand.
You see as she also looks to Theo with a genuine... the eyes of someone asking, but also knowing. As he looks down to you, releases the hand and then pulls you in for a hug, side hug, that's just keeps you close.
Return that hug.
Arms
While they're
wrapped around each
hugging.
other. Yes.
While they're hugging, because I'm sitting so close and have a front row seat to this, I'm going to pick up my coffee and kind of glance over so I have direct eye contact with that, not direct eye contact with them specifically, but so I can get a better idea of what is happening right now.
Okay. Staring at this group of individuals, despite what Valerie told you, everything about this person says that he is a human. There's no wings, there's no form that he is of the fairy that they claim to be. It is a perfect disguise, as you yourself are also disguised. And as you're taking this cup of coffee, I would like you to make an insight check.
That's gonna be a 13. Where's Nate?
Really? You're
Wait!
consistent
I have
at least?
inspiration. Wait, I have inspiration.
You do from last session. Yep.
You
Do I want to use it though this early?
Do you want to?
Nate, wake up.
hey, wake up.
Well, the question is, do you want to use this for a goddamn perception check?
Insight. But yes.
Insight.
much.
That's
I
not
know.
like, that doesn't seem terribly important, but you know,
True.
you do you.
I'll keep my 13 for now.
Okay. Staring at this individual, you were told that this Dragonborn deceives. He is not good for them, refusing to do his duties. But as you stare, you can't help but notice a genuine smile across all three of their faces. One that you're able to read off as a freshly found love. Those that start dating, that's beginners' inseparable notions of drawn connection. And looking at Clara, you see a profound happiness through the eyes of almost now relieved exhaustion. You don't know what that means entirely, but you know that she is happy that they are both happy.
I'm going to take a long sip of my coffee and slowly place it back up, down on the table, breaking eye contact.
As you head back to the coffee, you see as Kaylee moves across, sets the cups of coffee on the table with Durant and Delphi, moves over, hands the pancakes to Momo with just the drizzle of syrup, heads over, cleans the plate as the lizard folk lady stands, pays the few silver on the table and tips Kaylee, and then begins to move out, nodding to the group and exiting. As the plates are being cleaned up, coins collected, Kaylee moves across the table, looks over at your cup of coffee. How empty would you say it is right now?
About half.
She gives you a look and you see her ears like slightly flop with a weird facial question expression.
I give her a half smirk and nod back at her as if to acknowledge, yes, please.
She acknowledges, heads back. You see her head to the kitchen, hear the clattering of dishes, talking of individuals, collects fruits and bowls, heads to the counter, drops off the money that was given, goes across, and you see she's efficiently moving in a very intricate pattern. She is well versed with the environment around here. She collects a pot of freshly made coffee, pours you some with a bowl of fruit in hand, heads over to the table then, and drops off the food where Theo and Timothy will sit, and then continues to move on to the next. As Theo looks over, the conversation that him and Clara have for the next few minutes are that of just the books of this place, taxes that might need to be paid, along with just the overall environment of who has been coming in. Has it been a little slow? Plans of celebrations or parties that might need to be had if in case things are on the lower intake of customer side.
Do they file their taxes online?
No,
I need to know.
unfortunately.
Okay, I hate them. They actively create more work for me. But you heard that. File your goddamn taxes online and make my job harder.
Out of all the magic in this world, online tax making hasn't been created yet, along with debit cards, which apparently are going to be on.
Truly not a utopia.
It's going to be on some wizard's list of what to do next.
Gets you it drawn.
The magical metal card that can hold the currency of everyone's accounts. Who knows when that'll be invented. But until then, as we move off from the store as this conversation continues, besides a morning of embrace with your wife and partner, or husband and partner, however you want to do that, Elion and Una, as you two are
Wife,
at...
not husband.
Yes. Wife, partner.
Mm-hmm.
The flower shop is yours in the morning this beautiful day.
After Elian goes on to work, I'm gonna start working. I think I was working on the antidote. I'm gonna start working on that.
Go ahead and make me a... You're working on the antidotes, so this would be more of the arcane nature, because you already got the medical nature down, I believe. You succeeded in medical.
Mm-hmm.
You're working on arcane nature, so see if you can reverse that enhanced poison that they did. So make me an Arcana check. You will have your proficiency bonus because you are proficient with alchemist sets.
17.
What was stumping you before? The amplifications. You see that the medical side of healing over the wound, as this antidote seems to have a negative effect, as the poison ate away at the cells. You see that the antidote's counter is to simply force the poison to revert back to a healing druidic nature. It is a druid craft spell that has been amplified somehow with great power. You understand the natures of this antidote, and you now have the means to recreate more.
Sweet. I start working on that. I have my shop open, so like I'll take breaks to go like sell stuff, but for the most part, I'm just gonna be working on this antidote.
Absolutely. Early in the morning, there's not much customers, but when it gets to the afternoon, a few stumble in. Couples, individuals who simply enjoy their own personal gardens and wish to expand. It's a very good day. A lot of people, a decent amount of traffic, but it's not enough to keep you from creating some antidotes. Go ahead and roll me a d20. And
Just a flat d20?
this will be your alchemy proficiency, so this will be... Which is your higher, intelligence or wisdom modifier?
Should be wisdom if I can find it. Yeah, wisdom.
So it's your wisdom plus proficiency, and your dice roll.
Okay, so a d20 plus 3, so d20 plus 5. 15.
You are able to successfully create 4 antidotes
Okay.
throughout the third day. Takes a while, and it's going to be very busy, but you're able to do so. The money you make from your store, you're also able to collect a grand total of 6 gold for the day.
Hold on. Let me add the potions and then I'll add the gold.
Okay. As you spend the third day in your shop working, Elian is taking the day off and assisting where she can when it comes to moving flower pots, trying to sell things. You see she does more of a not a guilt trip, but like that counter, are you sure you don't want this in your living room? It'd look great kind of business pitch sell to customers, which grabs a few attentions.
How much gold?
6.
Okay.
As you guys will spend the day there creating the antidotes, selling, relaxing. In the woods, starting with Timothy and Theo. Timothy, do you have anything planned? Theo seems to be going to be helping Clara around here for once and planning, see if they can come up with a festival and or events to get more individuals to enjoy the woods.
I don't want to help them.
What would you like to do?
I want to help them plan some events.
As the conversation continues, ideas bounce back and forth of a Fae-like events. Remembrance for the people that this is a safe haven. Inviting Fae and introducing the humans, dwarves, and other individuals who have not been to the Feywild a taste of what it's like, without the dangers, of course.
Of course, because we all know how dangerous the Feywild is.
Oh, it can be
No,
very
we
dangerous.
love the dangers. This is the best part.
It can be very dangerous in the Feywild.
I love getting attacked by a basilisk. It's the best.
And that's just a Tuesday.
Yep. And then we don't talk about Thursdays.
You don't go outside on Thursdays.
Nope.
We also don't talk about Bruno.
Yep.
That's great. As that is happening, Durant, do you have any plans for today?
I have no plans now.
What would you like to be doing?
Oh god, I'm dying. Not dying is what I'd like to be doing. I don't know. I do not know. I do not know what I would like to do.
As you sit here sipping on your drink, eating your fruit, contemplating what to do today, just right next to you, Delphi. Do you have any plans? This is day
No.
3.
I'm gonna have a little bit of background noise, and I'm sorry about that. I'll try
That's absolutely fine.
to. What? No, I don't think Delphi has any plans. Just she'd planned to study some, like, look over those books some more, but just seeing what everyone else is doing first.
You see a puzzling look on Durant as he's sipping a cup of coffee, staring off the distance. You look across the hall and see Theo and Timothy and Clara seem to be planning something, communicating back and forth. And your coffee's getting a little cold to the point where you see as a quick talk becomes a long talk, and Kaylee moves across, picks up their coffee and drinks, moves over to them, hands them their drinks, and then has the food set on the counter so that they can continue talking while also...
Oh, wait, while she brings us the cold coffee, Timothy, me, yes, I'm going to prestidigitation the coffee and make it warm.
That is something you can do.
I can. And it lasts up for 1 hour.
As he pulls a Uncle Iroh and heats up his coffee. Kaylee smiles.
He's a firebender, I swear.
With no fire abilities, actually.
Yep. As Kaylee moves around the table counter, waiting to be called upon or needed, the singing background warm-up voice of Raftalia on the stage echoes out. So this place seems calm and relaxing. Leia, Do you stay for the whole time, or do you have other plans for this day to explore the city, or just simply keep an eye on this group?
I still haven't found the Fae that I was told to keep an eye on. So,
Well, you were told that apparently this Timothy standing next to the Dragonborn, and the one you've heard named Delphi, who's sitting next to that armored paladin, they're supposed to be fairies, but they
right.
look human.
My game plan is to... I recognize Theo for sure, because I saw him at the casino, and he's a pretty unmistakable character. I mean, with his statue and his build, I mean, who would forget a face?
Especially a face that is one of a dragon, one that you have not seen anywhere else in the city. A very rare look.
Hang around just a little longer, knowing that Theo tends to, or was seen hanging out with that group. I was hoping, watching him a little longer, he could kind of lead me in the direction as to where are they. Where did they go? Are they still in their rooms? You know.
Besides the fancy dresses, with your passive perception of 16,
Oh, damn.
you're able to discern.
Jesus, 16?
Mhm.
What the fuck?
I had plans with this character, and she took it over, and now she has plans with this character.
I'm worried. I'm concerned.
You are able to quickly identify the person next to him is the same as last night. That armored knight in the distance is the same one that they told you before, including the wizard-like female next.
I would
You
not
have
recognize
4
Delphi.
party members. There are 2 missing. There was an elven ranger, female, and a female druidic florist. Those are the only 2 that are not here. But more than half of them are here, and 2 of them were supposedly the ones that needed protecting.
I know I need to go to the bank. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's in my game plan for today. But I also, I'm not sure if I need to follow up with Valerie yet. I feel like I need to gather some more insight before I talk to her. As I kind of feel like I should, because I feel like I have some mounting questions, especially not knowing her for too long. But at the same time, I don't know anything. I haven't seen anything that raises an eyebrow, except Theo and Timothy. I'm seeing something that wasn't brought to my attention first. So I just kind of want to see, I want to see more.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hang out in the background a little bit longer.
Alrighty. As the day moves on, plans are made. You see the other staff members move throughout this area. Clara gives the news. The massive bear-like bouncer stands up from her bench, grabs her weapon, puts it on her back, and stands at the front of the doors that leads into this woods. You see as the Harrigan rabbit folk, known as Elle, Haley the coyote, and the small child known as Momo are all listening in as Raftalia and I think I named him Finian. I gotta look back at it.
Yes,
Finian
that was his name.
is listening in as Theo turns and announces,
I think that settles it. Well, we're gonna be throwing a Fae party.
you see the excitement from all the Fae creatures, the beast folk, the Aarakocra, even Little Momo is excited about this news. As you see, Timothy leans his hands out towards Clara as Clara hands him a wand. Same wand familiar to you all. Yes, sorry, Theo.
Unless he wants Timothy to do it.
I think it would be very bad to give Timothy a wand that can magic things into
As-
existence.
Theo holds the wand out. He looks over to you, Timothy. Do you want to partake?
Yes.
You place your hand over his, almost like both of you are guiding this wand together. He whispers to you.
Just like your magic, this is just a tool.
Okay.
It's your imagination.
I got plenty of that, buddy.
Then let the woods grow.
As you both exert magic into this wand, one of the 3 flower petals begins to bloom. And as it shines bright, you see the tree trunks, the walls, the vines, and the essence of the glowing orbs inside that radiant lights shift and form.
Have I seen anything like this before?
Druidic-like magic is known. However, this magic is shifting the entire room, and the characteristics of it, you've never been to the Feywild. It can be easily perceived as wild, untamed. And yet, as you see it grow together, you're able to partake and see that this is an artistic resemblance of something that probably resembles where they came from. A home resemblance. Theo immaculates the chairs, the stools, the tables, the benches, the flooring into a wild-like grass grove, making everything soft and almost like a gentle grass plain where one, even in bare feet, can easily walk across and feel as if they're walking almost on clouds. The wooden floors shift and change and grow, and the tables become soft, elegant, and relaxing. Timothy, what do you add to the druid craft?
Oh, jeez. I kind of just want to like throw some things from Timothy's home in there. Same with from Delphi's home. So like flowers from her side, and then you have the thornberries that are my family's named after in there too. A little few mushrooms here and there.
Crawling immaculately across the walls, very designed with elegance of a royal family. You see as thornberry vines begin to wrap around as flower buds bloom on each end. The tree branches that emit lights are now showing a elegant royal fairy-like design and intricates on both sides of the walls, emulating a beautiful pink on the left-hand side and a vibrant blue on the right. A perfect balance that is almost shifting like a very slow-moving wave of strobe. A very beautiful dance between chaos, nature, and planned beauty. As a florist is working on antidote potions and yells in the distance.
Timothy doesn't need help.
Your flowers will never be as blue as mine.
I don't know if you heard the description of my blue flowers, girly.
They'll never be the blue I can make them be.
What, girl?
as there is
These
a psychic
blues
battle
are from Timothy's home. Okay, thank you.
going off across the cosmos. Your group spends the evening planning this. Delphi has time to study her lores and histories or whatever she feels like it. What is Delphi wanting to study as this is going on?
She has all those books and stuff that she took from the thing, and I know she went over some of them, but I don't know if she went over all of them.
Not all of them, but feel free to go ahead and this will be a wisdom check to be able to see if you can. My green screen is really acting up. I don't like it. But
It's
It's got built-in
lighting.
sparkle.
I just gotta lean in the whole time. As you study and
Is it a
retaining,
wisdom check?
it'll be a wisdom with your proficiency modifier. However, as you go through it, you will have advantage as you have a very knowledgeable individual be able to help you with any questions you have.
Okay, so at this point, I'm back up in my room, right?
If you wish, yes, you can study in your room in peace.
Okay, wisdom check. So I have a. So I just click the button that's +3, right?
Yes.
Oh wait, no. Wait, which one? I have one that says wisdom, but it's like
It's not
+5.
it's not the saving throw.
It's
Okay.
going to be the ones on top.
Okay.
Yeah, so it would be a +3, but you will also add 2
I'm gonna
to
use
it.
my inspiration and roll again.
Well, you have advantage because the book
Oh.
is helping you.
Hmm.
Especially if you're alone,
Even-
he can help you in person.
Even for this wisdom check.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As you are studying, reading the book, he is standing on his spine, almost as if he is reading next to you.
Okay,
Yeah,
I got a
that's a lot better.
16.
And then, besides your wisdom, because you are studying efficiently, being a scholar, you'll have your
Mhm.
proficiency modifier, so 2 on top of that for a total of 18.
Okay.
What is it that you are focusing on? What would you like to learn as you are studying through these books?
Well, a lot of them are about the history of the city. I know last time one of the books was just, I forget what all it told me, but it wasn't like anything too special. It was just like about the.
The last time you read,
Okay.
it only spoke of how the fog was here just as the city built. Buildings and walls were around as well. And as you look through the history of this, reading all of it, you notice that the history of these books are repetitive. Different individuals writing, but coming up with the exact same outline as the book speaks up to you. This was planted. Huh. It's fake knowledge.
What the book said?
As he told you, the book told you his name, right?
Yeah,
You know,
but I don't
it's Biggest. Okay, just making sure.
think it's yeah.
Okay. As Biggest looks to you, a fun fact of storytelling, when you have two individuals looking at the same thing, you will get two different stories because it's from two different perspectives. One's looking at it from one side as the other's looking at it from another, so there will be slight changes and alterations. However, out of all these history books we've read, they are the exact same way described. Almost as if one individual rewrote them all.
So do you think they're covering up something?
I smell a mystery. I think they are.
Thank you.
Well, I don't think the catacombs is going to give us much different information at this point, then, huh? Although I did come across you.
That library was filled with different types of knowledge, but even then, it was only there for the creations of the city. So what we need is someone who has been here maybe even before the city was created.
Delphi like kind of leans back. She's like sitting in her bed, like cross-legged with the books all spread out, and she like leans back against the wall. And she's like, "But who's been around that long?"
I don't know. I was in a library. Elves live long. We can try and see if we can connect with some elven individual of long-lasting heritage.
Una might though. She's been around a while.
That's someone we can talk to.
I mean, if she doesn't know like herself, maybe she knows someone that will.
It's a start.
I'll have to ask her. Well, I'll have to ask her.
There's also that elven ranger friend of yours.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I could get him to talk to his grandma. She seems like she's been around a while. So she spent many a moon around.
That's also a good start, yes.
Hmm.
Food for thought. We'll figure it out as we go along, but, you know, we've uncovered something at least. And with this, the mystery is afoot.
Well, I'll have to talk to them when I see them. But for now, I'm gonna go see what everyone else is doing.
Alrighty. Are
Delphi
you going
gets-
to tell them about me, or is this going to be just the me and you situation for a while? Not that I don't mind the secrecy, it's an interesting story to write about.
I think it's safe to keep it on the hush right now, just because it's just better this way
Fine by me.
until I know more.
Yes. But I do ask that if we do ever find someone of magical capabilities that might be able to get me out, if we can try.
I can always ask Villanger's grandma.
Is she a high-class mage?
She does something. I don't know. She's highly regarded by the nobility, so that's gotta be worth something.
And whenever we're free, we shall, or if you wish, we can try that. But for now, let's see what friends are doing.
Duffy kind of chuckles and like picks up the book and like starts to head downstairs.
As you head back downstairs, Durant, are you still lost in thought of what you should do with the day?
Yeah, I'm still hanging out. I have nothing to do today.
As this place has the starting essence of becoming a party, different like types of spotlights and areas are growing. Raftalia is getting excited as Finian.
Yes.
I have to rewrite his name, even though he's in like he's in like session 1 notes, but I don't want to flip back.
Finian or Binian or something like that.
I'll call him Finian for now, and then be corrected later.
Here.
Phineas. Ha!
Oh, that okay.
Yep. Phineas. U.S. There we go. Just flip back to the page 1 notes. Just get it over with. As they are practicing and having fun, Timothy, are you going to be joining them again? Because last time you performed was your debut.
Sure, yeah.
As you finish up with Theo making the decorations, they are now planning on the food, the catering. Raftalia looks to you as your performance was immaculate last time.
No,
One
but-
would say rivals her own.
Oh. Timothy looks back and he's like, "You're on." Well, I mean, I'm sure she could read lips.
She can.
She can't?
She can.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God.
I can't.
As Durant's like sipping his coffee.
Lost in thought.
As you head up on stage and you practice with the band. Go ahead and make me.
I kiss Theo. I give Theo a kiss before I start walking towards the stage.
You will return the kiss in kind.
And
And
then I go to the stage. And then you want performance?
yes, this will be a performance check for the practice run.
15 plus 7.
They're natural 14. Raftalia's plus
22.
8 for 22. You both are in almost perfect harmony, just like your debut. Even though it is practice, it is a immaculate performance between the two of you. There's that weird, like, friendly rivalry where as she sings in a harmonious tone, you then play. Which instrument are you
I'm
choosing to
on
play
my
this time?
violin.
Violin, yeah.
Yeah.
You play your violin, and it almost feels like you are having a tuned battle, playing a almost solo-esque like area, and then she cuts in with her vocals. And even though this is a practice one, the energy is live. It is profound, and it is
You could feel the tension
great.
of a battle.
And as this playful thing goes on, you hear the sounds of drums, not in tune. As Momo has snuck her way upon stage and started having fun of her own.
Oh, for a second, I was about to look over at Phineas and be like, "Boy, get out of here."
Yes,
outta here.
he's on a lute. He's on a lute. Actually, at this point, from how it is, he probably would have switched over to the piano, because that is something else he is also proficient in. But as that competitive nature then turns into a very fun and silly jam session, a very inspirational moments of just laughter and music is let out throughout this area. Joyce and I almost moved the map again. Please don't do that. Joy and free-spirited reigns across this area. And as this goes on, if no one has anything else to do for the evening,
I think I'm okay for now.
we reach a fun moment as guests begin to flow in for the evening festivities of the rumors of the Feywild-like party to partake. Once again, because I don't have a lot of player characters, a lot of hooded individuals will act as random customers. They are not sketchy bad guys.
They're definitely
Cultist!
sketchy bad guys.
Yeah, okay.
They're cultists.
I am
We all know they're
limited.
cultists.
I am
Chat
limited.
knows they're cultists.
Limited.
We will not be deceived.
I have
Gallery coming.
I have lots of characters made on Hero Forge. If you want me to send you,
I just gotta make them
Some
into tokens.
pictures.
So if you wish, send them over, and I will try and make them into tokens.
I have a bunch too.
Yeah.
We can collaborate.
Ooh,
Oh,
ooh,
yeah.
use the one that I didn't use.
your frogs.
Yeah, bring the
I
frog.
have a bunch of frog families.
It
Are we
will
giving
take-
them now or later?
Later. It will take time to create
Later,
tokens.
yes.
So
Lady.
for now, we're gonna have fun with just the random assortment of tokens I am able to grab and just have a good time with as we're here. Let's see here. Seem like a fun character. As the party takes off in full-fledged, Theo
you
is
want me to give you another performance?
manning behind the counter as everyone's there. And yes, after the real performance begins, Momo is no longer allowed behind the drums, but will be sitting near the front row, ready to either dance and or just enjoy the music in the background. Timothy, go ahead and make me another performance check, as the staff will, as the rest of you all are now in a crowd of individuals that are just here for enjoyments and
I got a 26.
some fun and time pleasure. That'll be a 17 on their end. A little on the lower side, but you are able to keep the party lively, and it's not terrible.
With my 26.
As the place is in a full happy mood. Individuals are enjoying drinks, having a good time. Some are playing cards, some are just relaxing and communicating with family and friends, as this Feywild environment of fun is in full swing. Una, if you are back, do you and Elian wish to arrive for the funs and festivities? If she is not back, then I'm going to say they...
He's also muted, so there's that.
I'm going to say they arrive for the fun and festivities.
Alright.
They can sue me later if they don't want to be. Too bad. As they both take seats on the same chairs as Durant and Delphi, as this party is in a full-fledged enjoyment. Leia, you see as 3 random individuals seem to be adventurers of types. One seems to be a dwarven individual. The other one seems to be let me get on my notes. You see as there is a...
Did you say dwarven?
Yes. One dwarven individual.
Who's the fucking dwarf?
I don't... They're hooded people.
Oh, I'm sorry. These are random people. Okay, sorry.
I'm making the dwarf. Okay, dwarf is brown. It's official. I'm color coding them. Dwarf is brown. You see?
No, I thought. No, it just came after you were talking about Elian and
Una as they came to your
Una.
table.
So I was very confused.
Well, at the table now, there is a dwarven individual. You see a air genasi individual, blue flowing hair that looks like is always on a wind machine, but more controlled and slow. And then a lovely, but somewhat intimidating... Ooh.
Ooh, what?
Ooh.
A long, black-haired individual. This one can be replaced.
I wonder who it could be.
It's Valerie.
Oh my god.
I don't think it is. Close though.
You can't even find her.
It's here. I gotta give me a sec. There we go.
Can I just say this music sounds like spy music or something? Like I feel like there should be on like a mission, like for the Incredibles, you know? Like,
It's the jazzy funk soul music is what it has under.
oh
Does the band wish to make it a more calming feature in the background?
no, it's fine. I was just saying it sounds like spy music,
Yeah, I can
But
see
it's
that.
fine.
Yeah.
but it's fine.
No, yeah. It's just
not
funny
like a
'cause
bad thing.
yeah, it's just funny because it actually is under the title of Funk Soul. But I do get that. Yeah, I'm getting the 007 James Bond vibe now. But one of you here might be a spy. But nonetheless,
Wonder who it is.
Elsie? Oh.
the group is the Delphi.
Stealthy?
She's been a spy for her kingdom the whole time. As
Literally.
the group of individuals in the center table seem to be having a fun game of cards. Leia, you see a very familiar half-elf individual at the front table.
I do.
Okay, your guess was better than mine then, I guess.
Can I make a move?
You absolutely can.
Ayo.
Can I politely raise my hand as if to get Kaylee's attention?
Kaylee moving across the area. You see, as even though this place is packed, she is moving with excellence. Her ears constantly turning to each and every acknowledgement, and just as you wave your hand, you see as her ears flicker towards you, her head politely snap in your direction as she then moves over to your table. Yes?
You don't by any chance have alcoholic beverages here, do you?
Oh, absolutely, all types.
Do you see that woman sitting in the middle of that middle table there?
L individual, brown hair, lovely complexion.
Yes, that one. Can you send her a martini? Don't tell her who it's from. Just send her one.
Okay. You see a smile go across her face.
No, Kaylee, it's not like that.
If you
She's sitting in the middle
like
of. No, she's sitting between two others, and she's looking a little stressed. Just put it on my tab.
Will do.
Thank you.
You see her move back with efficiency, feeding other individuals across the countertop. And then as her way circling back, you see as she very effortlessly takes the bottle and begins to mix, turn, and however a martini is drawn, because I am not a connoisseur of alcohol, so I have no idea.
You're not a mixologist.
I'm not. Just don't fact check me. But as the process is done, as she moves across, gathering also food that L is being serving out to the front desk, Theo begins to help with certain individuals at this bar countertop. Elian grabs the food, the drinks, begins to move across the table, pass food outs, heading over to the table and very effortlessly lays the drink down fashionably. You see as in here through the music as she just says just barely loud enough to be heard from where you're sitting, Leah. This is for you, and just moves on effortlessly as she gives a wink. Moving on to the next table, serving foods, a nice wafty smell of freshly made fries or cut potatoes cooked in deep fries. It's fries. As it moves over to the next one, dropping off some, once again, assortment of meats for the lizard folk and other individual who has more of a cooked meat. Moving over to the group here, serving wine, elegant meals, fruits, sweets, and servings of all types, as she then circles around and continues the motion. After she drops off the martini, you see as Valerie picks up the drink without looking to you. You see as she almost lifts the cup like toasting someone, takes a sip, and just as you see the dwarven individual, read 'em and weep, and he slips the cards on the table. I got a nice little straight here. What do y'all have? You see as the Air Dranasi flops the cards on the table, and just as the dwarven individual is getting ready to move all the chips to his side, you see as she finishes the martini, sets the drink down casually, flips her hand over. I don't know about you, but I have a flush here, sir.
You do.
I don't think she did.
Cheater.
You see...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You see the dwarven individual looks... Oh, nabbit. As the coins get scooted over to her side of the table, the dwarven individual raises to Kaylee as Kaylee comes over, takes his order of some ale, moves on, and flows down the charts of this area. As the party is lively, what is everyone willing to do while they're here?
Timothy would love to go find Theo.
Okay.
So he's gonna dip out on playing the music.
As the performance plays and gets ready to come to a peak, you see as the group finishes with an immaculate chorus of Raptalia singing, the piano in the background, the violin giving a very jovial, jazzy-like tune to it, the best of its degree. And as the final note gets rung out to the group, you hear as the clapping of the the group, as the tone shifts to a more calming nature.
Timothy thanks Reptalia for another amazing jam sesh.
She gives you a half-nodded bow. Darling, playing with you is another experience that reminds me of the Fey realm.
Well, if you ever want to play again, just hit me up.
Will do.
And then do you want me to, is my passive perception good enough to find Theo in this crowd?
You see as he is working behind the counter, he hasn't left to help out Kaylee, which as much as he can, but his expertise is probably just alcohol and putting plates on the table in front of him.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go over to him, and I'm gonna move on, like, here.
As you
And
take a
then-
seat, Theo looks to you and you see the grin come across his face.
I
And
wink over at him.
valued
And valued customer, what can I get you?
Oh, just you.
Yeah, saw that coming.
Yeah. You see as the individual to your left immediately just does a whole almost like half choke on his drink, as the lady to your left seems to be slightly blushing and just continues to eat on her nice slice of pie.
How do you feel about being eaten?
Oh my
Shut
oh
up!
my goodness.
Shut up!
Oh, you prefer to be Theo? Okay. I'm sorry.
I said pie because it was on the table, but I should have seen that coming. It was good.
God.
Get your stuff together, Todd.
Okay.
You need to tell
As
Jermon to keep his mouth shut.
as Theo looks to you,
Let's not do this during work hours.
Oh, come on, where's the fun in that?
I'm sorry, Theo. It just sounded like fucking Yoda.
I'm trying my best to have a deep voice, but I can only do so much while laughing.
I know, but it just sounded like Yoda. That's so.
Could I hear this from my table?
which part, the Yoda or the actual talking of what he actually said?
What he said.
Yes.
You
Because I would,
better-
because I would love to be able to give like a questionable side over, like a. I'm sorry. Come again.
You hear with the 16 passive, you hear the flirting affections that Theo and Timothy are doing back and forth, and you see the blushing of the white dressed
Oh,
blue overtop female to the left, along with the trying to stop coughing into his cup individual to the right. You see the salamander like lizard folk lady is just enjoying her cake, unbothered.
Okay, it's become cake now. I see how it is.
Okay, you see there's a pie over here, and then there's a cake over here. Don't at me.
Oh, God. Okay. Back to D&D, people.
We never left.
Yeah, we never left D&D. What are you talking about?
Shut up.
D&D
Okay.
after hours is what you get.
Oh, man. As the party calms down, even the center gambling table seems to quiet down just to make sure they're not being too overbearing. It becomes a nice, lovely, calm evening. And oddly enough, it's almost as if there is the sound of a gentle breeze through here. Delphi, Una, Timothy, and the other fey creatures have the nice bliss moments of hearing the winds push through the woods. The reminder of home.
With that, Timothy asks, okay. Hey, Theo,
Yeah.
do you know how I would be able to get a message home?
There's some couriers that can travel through dimensions.
Can Delphi hear from where she is or no?
With your passive, not really. Even in this quiet moment.
Okay.
Do you happen to... I mean, I know Delphi has one, but I don't want to... She seems like she's doing her own thing over there. Do you know how I could get a hold of one?
I can pull some strings. Get a scroll from the royal family to send over. Who are you trying to contact?
Timothy will raise his hand to his lip and like pull on it like in a fidgety type of way. My parents.
Oh.
Yeah. As much as I am not in a good spot with them right now, I do want to let them know that I'm okay. And to hopefully probably be able to see if they could change the way that they view of my situation. Because I really would love for them to be able to meet the love of my life. Timothy's face is all blushing red.
You see as he clasps his hands upon yours. Very respectfully, but also still blushing red, you see the female pick up her plate and pie and move over to the empty table over here as the individual picks up his drink and then decides to just go to the table there. The salamander individual still enjoying her cake. As he puts his hands upon yours.
To be fair, I've never been to the Feywild before. Would you like to go?
I would if you would like to go.
Sounds fun.
Sounds like a date.
A date involving your parents.
With you and me. But then, yeah, meeting the parents, of course, but I mean, I met your dad, so I think it's only fair.
There's a moment of acknowledging the idea that yes, you did meet his dad. Not the best circumstances, but you did meet him.
So,
he
I mean,
chuckles it out.
Right. A date and meeting of the parents.
yeah.
Should we bring your friends along just so they can enjoy the Feywild as well, or just a me and you sort of situation?
I say we should bring them, especially Delphi. I think she is really missing home.
Well, okay then. I have to go somewhere. but let them know to be ready by the morning.
Okay.
You see as he first gently pulls you in for a kiss.
I'll kiss back.
He then moves downwards past the bar, past the group. You see as he comes across, looks to you, Thea.
Enjoying your time here.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
Yes, sir. It's quite a party you're throwing here.
It's just my way to connect the city to those that are not from here. Those from the Feywild who have left their home to live alongside humans and others of this realm. This is what harmony should look like.
We got some interesting decorations going on here too. Why the vines and the flowers though?
It is a reminder of home. In the Feywild, it is overgrown with magic and flora.
You don't look like a Fey to me.
I am not. But it was a mission of my late passing wife to have a safe haven for them.
Condolences.
Thank you. I will uphold their dream.
Wow. I'm sorry, I don't think I caught your name.
Theoden, or Theodore, sorry. But my friends call me Theo. I'm the manager of this establishment.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
He holds out his hand to shake yours. It is a massive hand, but you see that there is a gentleness to him.
Without hesitation, I reach back out. Obviously, his hand's a little bit bigger than mine. It's going to be a little hesitant, a little shaky, maybe a little sweaty.
Feel free to make this could be a performance or a sleight of hand to see if you can steady your hand or if you can play it off as simply first time nerves of meeting the Dragonborn.
Choose?
Yeah, choose one or the other. Whatever one you like.
Where's performance?
It's above, it's below your perception and above your persuasion.
Oh, I see. Okay. $15 on sleight of hand.
As your hand collides with his, the moment you make contact, you are able to use your training, your skills, and steady it. A simple handshake. He is none the wiser to your nerves. As he then gives you a small bow.
Enjoy the evening.
Thank you. And do you have any other? I hate to keep bothering Kaylee. Do you have any other waitresses that I can call if I need anything? You look a little busy.
Yes, I'm heading out. We should have more come in the late evening, the night shift.
Understood.
Gives you a slight bow with the head and begins to walk to Clara.
I'll give him a slight smirk.
I'm making my way to the table.
My table?
No,
No.
no, ours over here.
Yeah, our
That is my
table.
man.
I don't do nothing. I ain't ready for you yet.
Okay. Do you want me to tell them what I have planned, or do you want me to wait for you to do your
No,
conversation?
he's just having a conversation with Clara. You are not in earshot. You are with your table. What do you say to them as you approach them?
All right. So I'll walk up. I may have made plans for all of us. To go to the Feywild.
What could go wrong? It went so well last time.
To go home?
To visit, yes.
Quick above table. Last time?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We went through the fog.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, when did Durant go to the Feywild?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Delphi.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but it's just Durant's impression of the Feywild is the fog of monsters that try and kill Juog.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, that's valid.
It is the Feywilds, but it's not the Feywild.
Oh my god.
But Delphi kind of like, not directly says it to anyone, just kind of like says it to herself, out loud. But she's like, I can ask my mom more questions.
Questions about what?
Just things I need to know from her.
Okay.
Just with this whole hag ordeal, I think she might have some knowledge.
I am having Theo come with. I kind of want to have him meet my mom and dad.
Oh, well, right.
And I'm hoping I could have them come to their senses on how they feel about me dating guys. So, here's to hoping. Timothy has his fingers crossed.
I just hope they're not mad about the whole ditching my sister thing. Even though that's what she wanted, both kingdoms, they weren't too keen on that.
Wait, you did what? You see Elian like half with like sweets in her mouth and just like hearing this for the first time?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all just ditched. Like,
well, I did. I just had help from Delphi and her mom.
Nice.
I wish it was under better circumstances.
It's a case of two betrothed not wanting to marry each other, and my mother wanting to make sure they didn't have to. She's always been a believer in true love, so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and I found mine. As I said that, I glance over at Theo, and while saying that, I just hope that they'll understand and actually wish the best for me, and just not be so.
I think your mom will.
Here's to hoping. I do miss them.
I miss my mom. I miss my sister.
I know you do. Maybe we could run into them when we get there.
I definitely do need to go home. Like I said, I need to talk to my mom.
Of course.
It's important.
Of course.
Well, I see nothing wrong with that, especially if we're taking Theo with us. Should be a relatively safe journey.
Oh yeah. And you have us too. We know our ways around.
Yeah. Our kingdoms are fairly close to each other, so.
Yeah. Like what, an hour away or so?
Not even.
It feels like it. Those bumpy rides.
Una, who is definitely also at the party, looks nervous.
Do we all pick up on this?
I'll roll.
I will say go ahead and roll a either performance or deception check. Don't say which, just roll and let me know. For everyone else at the table, go ahead and make an insight check.
The music is doing
Music
it.
is doing the whatever.
Yep. Let me go back to
It's good timing for that, actually. Fuck me.
You said insight.
Oh man, I beat Delphi.
Yeah. I'm not using my inspiration on it. I'm just
Our
gonna...
insight, our insight checks were so good. Well, we see everything.
I got a 14.
This is why I needed Nate.
Hey, there's the new nerd point.
That's not gonna help me.
Not with that natural one.
It's not even a natural 1, it was a 2. I have a -1.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, an unnatural one. That's arguably worse.
Okay, so technically, with that roll, we all see it.
At least it wasn't
Yes.
a 0.
I got a
However,
14 though, by the way.
as you all were like nonchalantly talking, you can't help but notice just like the uncomfortable sweat beginning to come across Una's brow.
She's not sweating. She just looks very
With a
uneasy.
She's
one.
glistening.
With
Is she
a
glistening
1.
like a vampire?
No, she just looks uncomfortable.
You're able to pick up on the notion that this is everyone is able to pick on the notion that this conversation is uncomfortable in some way, shape, or form for Una.
You okay, Una?
I'm great.
I apologize. I got distracted. Was I supposed to roll inside as well to see
Oh,
that she was
you didn't
shaking
have.
over there?
You didn't have.
You're
to.
passive. You're passive.
No, what if
It's
she
fine.
no? What if she gets a nat 1?
Our-
At least someone will be fooled.
I mean, if you
Sure,
want to
go for it.
roll, yeah, Leah, go for it. You roll a perception check. Actually, no, insight. It would be an insight check.
Yes.
You're looking at someone's demeanor.
And that one is a.
you said I need a nat 1.
A nat one is
Yeah,
the
you
only
need a
way
nat
you'll
one
fail.
to-
Well,
to not see.
considering my insight is a +4, I think I win. All right, I got a
You
7.
have a
That
7.
works.
Hey, we tied.
So I'm technically the one that sees a lot of it.
Where's Nate? Text him.
I don't know where he's at right now. Your
probably
Patreon
minding
is
his own
sleeping.
The good news is I'm so far away I can kind of see it.
Yep. It's very visible.
Do you not want to go, Una?
No, it'll be fine. I mean, we'll be in the fairy cities. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
Wait,
we're not.
Sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We're not gonna be roaming around. We're just gonna be at my place and then head over to Delphi's, or we could split up and meet later.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Y'all have fun with that. You see Alien say.
Why?
No.
You don't want to go?
Out of character, Elian has to come too.
Out of character, Alien is a detective, has done her own research with fey creatures and know what the Feywild is like. And as much as your fairy
She's
kingdom
dating
sounds
a fey creature.
immaculate,
She's dating a fey creature.
she is, and she loves you dearly.
Isn't
However,
she a fake creature too?
She's
No.
a wood elf.
she's a wood elf.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
she has done her research. She knows how chaotic and crazy the Feywild can get, along with what resides in the Feywild. Granted, you are
Oh,
going
come
to
on. It
a
was
protected fairy
fantastic.
kingdom.
Can I make
She's
a?
good.
Can I do a roll
Are you trying to
Persuasion.
persuade her?
persuasion?
Make a persuasion check. This will be going up against her history, because this is what she's basing it off on, of the
She should
knowledge
Yeah,
of history.
she's dating a fey creature. She should have a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Would you not talk about your homeland?
And she knows the shit that you do. Well, actually, no, she doesn't. But
She doesn't. Oh, you gotta be
Hey.
kidding me.
Hey, Josh.
Yes.
I hope it's going to beat
It's-
my 20.
It's not gonna
nat
matter.
25.
It's not gonna
Oh.
matter. She rolled a nat 2, and even
Well, I rolled a nat 20, and I have a 5 for persuasion.
Train. Even though it's
I
a
tried.
9, even though
I
it's a 9, it's not enough. And how do you persuade? How do you persuade her, Timothy?
Well, I mean, you have us 2 fairies. We've been there our entire life. And then your girlfriend over here is also a fey creature. We know
Wife.
the ins and outs. Yeah, it's your wife. My
We're not-
bad. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
Um,
we did get eloped.
So you will be safe with us around. We'll tell you what to do and what not to do, what creatures to stay away from, and what not, and what you can go near.
None of them.
She looks over to you, Una. You really want me to go?
If I have to go, I would feel better if you were there too.
Ladies, gentlemen, I have packing to do and things to plan. You see, as Alien gets up, and there is that supporting nature of getting ready to support her partner going back home, whatever that's like, and also you see that's adventurer like instinct to prepare, like, quite literally the adventure she's about to be going on.
Una's also gonna get up and go with her and pack.
All right. Well, Theo said sometime in the morning, so I hope you guys are fully prepared.
I have an above table question.
I might have an above table answer.
So, one little thing. They are all big, and we are in
Oh.
human form. So when we get to the fairy castle, where fairies spend their time in
Fairy form.
fairy form, everything is going to be quite smaller. Not like minuscule, but smaller.
Yeah,
So
I will
like
say
I would say like a kid playhouse, like small.
yes.
So it's good. How is that gonna work? Are they gonna just
I
have
will
to
say
crawl around?
no. I will, as funny as that would be, no. I would say
there-
because even in the Fey realm, fairies are small creatures. However, there are other large and medium-sized creatures that live there as well. There is magic to be able to reduce the size of creatures so that they can be the size of fairies.
Okay.
Alice in Wonderland style.
Yeah.
Essentially, yes.
Okay. I was kind of like, that's what my brain took off thinking about that, and that's why I accidentally interrupted, because it was like one of those moments where my thought,
How are you gonna fit 6-foot Thea in a Delphi-sized castle?
yeah, I was like, wait a second.
It would be very funny though.
Yeah, considering Delphi is 2'2" in fairy form.
Yeah.
So that is his calf. Maybe his knee. At most.
No, that's like his ankle.
Bitch,
No.
that's- I'm not 2
No.
inches, just 2 centimeters.
Come on, give the man his dues.
I'm 2 foot 2 inches.
Love it. It's... Oh, all right.
As you guys plan for meeting in the morning, Elian and Una finish the last of their drinks, the last of their snacks, stand up, and head on home to prepare.
Can I head over to Clara?
You can, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to her while everyone else is getting away and leaving too.
I have requested. I'm gonna also go over to Clara, but just to ask her to do something before I head up to my room. Just like a quick little. So before you start getting into a bunch of conversation with her,
Okay.
Delphi's just gonna come over and be like, Clara, can you send for Valindra in the castle to see if she would like to come with us
Oh,
tomorrow?
Theo made mention that he was going to invite her.
Okay. I don't know where he is. Can you see if they can bring my tote with my things?
Oh, yes, your things.
They're all. I'm not all like all over the place there. It's still all in the box.
Yes, 1 second. You see as Clara moves her hands, arcane magic shines for a second. So you hear her whisper under her breath. And then she becomes silent, eyes closed. And then when she finally opens after about, almost feels like a minute, Theo said that he will make sure to not only let Valindra know, but to have your belongings also brought in the morning.
Thank you so much. And then Delphi goes to go up to her room.
All right. As you head up to your room, Alien and Una head back home.
And Timothy's just standing there, smiling. You know that awkward smile, like, hi.
Una, you follow after Alien, I take it?
Yeah.
Okay. Durant, is there anything you do?
No, I don't have. Oh, am I muted?
Nope, we hear you.
No, we
No,
hear
no.
you.
Okay. No, nothing terribly interesting has happened, so I'll just head off to bed.
Okay.
The time.
As you head off and everyone scatters, Leah, hearing that entire conversation, knowing that they're going to be meeting in the morning in front of the woods, you get ready to head to the Feywild. What is it that you do in this moment?
Going to slowly approach Valerie's table, making note that there's two others sitting there that I don't know, and she surely doesn't recognize me. So I'm going to slowly approach, and I'm going to place my hand on the table and, making eye contact with Valerie as I approach, ask her, is the seat taken?
Absolutely not. You see the dwarven individual who is far in his cups now that the evening has arrived. Red to the face, slurring his words over now and then. I think it's time for me to go. You see Valerie look over. Have a safe trip, dear. Try not to end up in an alleyway. Yeah. You see him stumble across, doing his best to navigate. Doing pretty well, considering. And just gets to the door and accidentally, like, it's a revolving door. And somehow he has managed to press his hand directly in the center, not revolving it. And you see the bugbear individual help guide him through the door, and he is gone. The other individual. The air genasi looks to you. Oh Are you in this game?
If you don't mind, I am pretty interested in a good card game, if you don't mind. I can deal.
You see him turn over to Valerie. Madam, what's the plan? They have scattered for now. You're free to go. Okay. Thank you. And you see as Valerie sets a small satchel, you hear the sounds of clanking metal together, coin clattering inside, as he picks up the coin and proceeds to walk out. So, down for a card game?
Your deal or mine?
I dealed last night. I don't mind you dealing this time.
Down
Do
for-
you have a set of cards on you?
Yes, I do.
You will be letting me know what the cards are as you are in control of the deck.
I never left the casino.
What game are we playing?
I'm pretty fond of a good old 21.
Blackjack.
You-
Just had
you
fun
played?
playing with that last night.
Oh, you have any luck? I say with a little bit of a smirk.
Make your choice of either a performance or a deception check.
Okay. The nat 16.
She's a 23.
Yeah, 23 altogether.
Okay. As you begin to pass the cards out, you can't help but notice a comfortable smile grows across her face. Well, this is new. You are full of surprises, aren't you?
Excuse me? I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about.
So, let's play a game. You see as she puts up 5 gold pieces on the table. So how has your
before?
evening been?
Did I make it to the bank before?
We'll say for time essency, instead of you just spending the entire day sitting at that one table, you did take a break, went to the bank,
Okay.
broke it up, came back.
Awesome, sweet. All right, I match her 5.
Okay. Feel free to take
down another platinum.
Yeah, and feel free to take any of those platinum. Each platinum is worth 100 gold, so
Okay.
feel free to like change that in your inventory.
Okay.
However much you want to put into gold, into silver, it's all
You're gonna-
the increments
you're
of
gonna have to
100.
You're gonna have to show me that later.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'll match her. I'll match her her Annie right now.
Okay. As she looks across the table from you as you deal the cards. And how was your evening?
eventful, to say the least. Started off a little slow, and slowly grew, much as you can imagine with a spur-of-the-moment party would.
Indeed. When I heard that they were throwing this party, I just couldn't help but stop on by and see what the Fey folk have. What they call fun.
Do you have fun?
Oh, I did. Taking money from those who like to give it away for free is always exciting.
Your friends.
One of them was. The other one was an accident. One whose money I still enjoy taking from, but there are certain games that you just shouldn't play in.
About the one that may have also had something to drink, ma'am?
Drinks can null the mind. Makes the inhibitions slip away. Makes you take deals in bad hands and overreach.
Did you find any new friends while you were here tonight?
I found two. The lovely Edgenasi you saw sitting next to me. He was interesting, has a amazing skill set that we can't wait to use. And one more caught my eye. I would like you to make a perception check.
18.
18?
19.
19. Would you like to use your inspiration?
Okay.
Yes.
I feel like that's a trick. No, I want to say no, only because I've been rolling low. And I feel like if I roll again, it's going to be worse than that.
With inspiration, what it does is basically helps you roll with advantage. So you'd roll again, get the higher, but on top of that, inspiration, when certain patrons are actually on watching, usually give it to max out everyone. Holding on to it might... It does is good. It's a good strategy waiting for greater times. But he's usually good at filling everyone up on a later date. But I will leave the decision up to you.
I feel like I need to use it though. I feel like there's a reason you're asking. He's standing over at the door, and I'm gonna look over at him and see if he's listening.
Theo is in a conversation with Clara. It seems like
give me a head nod if I need to use it.
Valus, you absolutely can if you wish. So Valus can give you an extra inspiration if you want to use this one now, then he can fill you up after. Alright. As you use the inspiration, go ahead and roll again.
Damn it! Yeah, no, it was worse. I went from 23 to 10.
Alright, inspiration for Leah. You got it back.
Thank you, Valus.
As you hear her say, there is a second one that has caught her eye. You try and look, but there is no distinction of who she's referring to.
I'm gonna slowly lay the cards on the table and glance around the room at the two sitting behind me to the left,
You
to
see
the one sitting in front of me on the right, and the empty table that is now empty behind me in the back right.
you see
Trying to gather.
from what your passive perception of 16 around the room as you're passing out these cards on the table, trying to look for any indication of where she might be or who might be planted here. You look to the back table behind you. The mail carrier from earlier back and nervous. He seems to be recovering from a blushing situation. A female who is enjoying her snacks and seems to be also blushing, but in her own fantasy of whatever conversation she heard prior. Looking across to a lizard folk who is not even paying attention to anything besides ordering the next meal, which Kaylee happily obliges to serve. A common individual with no great significance. A white-haired individual, single cut across the top eye, not cutting the eye, but scar that is long healed. She is simply eating her food, not paying attention to anything. A lizard folk and a green armored individual who holds no real indignation, I believe is the word.
Indication.
Thank you. Indication of not usefulness for the department that she has so far looked for in your skill sets and the Air Genasis. You look to Clara and the bugbear at the door, and Clara talking to Timothy. You look to the top where Raftalia, the singer, and the pianist are playing and singing softly. And you can't help but look to your right behind. There is a small child with angelic cupid wings and two small devil horns protruding out of her head. As I almost called her Vivian, that's not it. Valerie looks at the cards that you presented. What does she have?
I slowly flip her card over on the table to a 10. Or I give, yeah.
Because you're the dealer, she just has to add up as high as she can. So, what are her two cards?
She is dealt a 10 and a 9.
She looks across to you. Information is everything. The duty that we give is optional. But, once again, the friends you make are yours to keep. We simply just want to keep this place safe. She flips her card over and reveals the 19. Which is why I am going to stay with my decision on you.
Trust strangers, are we? Now, the house is showing a 7. So, I'm going to slowly lift up my second card, carefully, as to not reveal. Do you want me to tell? Do you want me to tell you?
She's staying at a 19. So
Yes.
it is up to you to be in the house. You have to either match her or beat her.
When I slowly lift up my card, I see an 8. Recognizing that I have no choice. But I'm also trying to judge her. I want to know a lot more, but I also want her to... I'm unsure if she knows who I am, and we've played this game of dancing last night. I'm so confused. This girl, she's good. Oh, is she good? I'm gonna decide to hit though. I'm gonna decide to hit. I'm gonna reveal a 5 at the top.
That gets you to
8 is 15 plus 5 gives me 20.
Woohoo. You see her nod her head. Skilled as always, as she slides the 5 gold to you. You are free to do what you need to. Just remember, if you ever decide to venture back, those that dwell in the dark do not disturb the lights. And this time, you see as she looks over your right hand shoulder before standing up, giving a wave. And as you look over, you see as she is waving to Momo, as Momo, on very childlike, smiles and waves back
You better leave Momo alone.
before she turns and walks away. As she walks up past you, Timothy, as you're talking to Clara, you simply see her look over to you two. Thank you for the festivities. They've been absolutely amazing.
Timothy nods and gives a slight smile.
She smiles back, and you see Clara look to her. You're welcome. Have a good day. Have a good night. Be safe out there. Will do. I'm not one to shy from the darkness. Timothy, please make me an insight check.
Alright. Insights. I got a 18.
With an 18, as she makes the comments, the first thing that pops into your mind is the way she presented herself. The proudness and the reference to the darkness, which could be just the simple coincidence, but as you look over to Clara, very poor kept, hidden fear, as she seems to have been reminded of a ghost almost.
I reach out and I gently grab her hand. It's okay. Whoever she is, I don't
No, it's fine.
know if she'll hurt you.
No, it's not possible. It's fine.
What's not possible?
She reminds me of someone who had passed away. It's no one.
I don't know who she is to you, or if you think it's the person, but I don't think it's just a coincidence that you might know who that lady is.
the way she held herself, her hair's different, but there's many half-elves out there. I'm just being overthinking it. It's just that she reminds me of one of the party members that I used to team up with before the incidents with the fog.
The
Sure.
first one with you?
Yes. The one that's every adventurer perished except for myself. Which is why I can't be her. I'm just her demeanor just reminded me of it. I'm sorry. That shouldn't be a downer. We're having a festival party.
You're okay, I promise.
I will have Theo bring everyone's belongings and be ready for the morning travels.
I stop her there. I hope you're not mad that I invited him to come to.
Oh, no.
Feywild.
Absolutely not. By all means, I have to run this place by myself, but it's something I've been doing for a while, even before you two started getting together. Thank you, by the way. You could use the help of happiness. But I'm just wondering, you're taking him there for not just the date, I assume?
No. I don't know if he told you, but a few nights ago, we kind of, met his dad. I'm saying this quietly to her now. So I think it might be kind of only fair if he meets my family.
Keeping composed, but you see her eyes go slightly wide. Her mouth opens like to say something, but clams up, keeping her demeanor about her, looking around. As it leans into you. The Platinum King is alive?
Timothy looks shocked. He puts his hand over his mouth.
I can keep this a secret, but that's...
Don't tell anyone. I don't even know if I was supposed to tell you.
I didn't know.
I figured he would have told you. You're like one of his best friends.
I knew he was he's technically the rightful heir. He's the firstborn. He technically is the king of Platinum Star City, but has decided to follow in his passing wife's footsteps to make sure the citizens of the Fae stay safe. And so he passed on the title to his brother.
Can I use perception to see that they're both, like, obviously a little flustered right now?
Make a perception check. And I am going to look at this character.
23.
I'm going to look at one specific feat of this character. Because you are not just any human, you are known as a variant human. Those that know, variant humans have a free feat that they get when they join. You do not have the feat that I am looking for, so therefore, with the 23, you are able to see that they are definitely flustered. There was a moment of just like Clara looking around, shocked of making sure no one else heard, immediately followed with Timothy covering his mouth. They're having a conversation of some seriousness. However, your observation, you aren't able to make out what they're whispering. but it is a serious conversation for sure. As they continue to like cover slightly their hands over their mouths to whisper in each other's ears. Yeah, the brother, or his brother, Draco. He is the second born. Theo was the one who was supposed to be taking over the kingdom to protect it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but if you know his father, I assume you know. He's not just a dragonborn. He is a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
His powers are a lot more efficient than he has shown anyone. And so, it's one of the main reasons why he gets wasted.
Yeah.
The more he stays unfocused, unconcentrated, the less his radiant powers emanate.
Is there any way, besides the alcohol, to dim that?
Not easily, no. That's why he always has the bottle with him. He never really told me why, but after losing his wife and falling into sadness, I thought it was just him refusing to be anything but just a remnant and reminder of what he couldn't protect. So I thought he was just spiraling with his alcohol, but then he told me that it keeps his radiance at bay. I was able to put together the pieces from there. But to know that the old king is still alive, it's just... Wow. I guess that's one less thing to worry about?
Can we go to Theo's room real quick? Or do you need to stay out here?
1 second. You see as she looks over to Elian. Elle, full party,
Excuse
please.
me, we're at home.
Or not Elian, sorry, Elle. 1 second, let me flip back to my front. His name was L, just like yours had the short name of L, but I don't know if... I think his full name was just L. Let me triple check real quick.
I thought it was just L, like the detective.
Yeah, I thought it was just L too.
I think it's just L. When you have 18 pages of notes, because you have 18 sessions, names get blended in, please bear with me.
We need to stop naming characters after other characters.
I didn't, to be fair, L was already there before Elian was there, in my defense. But nonetheless,
You could have told me to pick a different name.
No,
Also,
because
you're
it's
the
the
one
name
to
you
pick out the
created.
nickname L.
Well, that's like, yeah, I think... Alright, for now, it's just gonna be L. We'll try not to use Elian, it's just gonna be L. Yeah, because this is way past. Alright, so, L, as Clara looks to him, L, full party. You see the Harrigan. Ho ho! It's been a while, but I'll see what I can do. And you see as in a quick spin twirl, removing his apron, removing his shirt, removing his pants, and as just as the crowd is getting concerned, you see the different spots that are around his back, his legs. There are more than just the 4 colors. And as he expands and jumps almost 20 to 30 feet vertically, a rainbow-esque of colors shoot out, and you see there is now a purple, blue, red, black, yellow versions of L that are now assisting and taking over and helping with orders, keeping an eye on the tab. A full party group of rabbit folk, Paragon, known as L, are now hopping around, helping out as they see fits. As you see the original white-furred L almost take a seat and is no longer moving. As as Kaylee quickly skitters over, catches him, and begins to move him into the kitchen. We can talk now, and she will follow you up to Theo's room.
I bring the wand just to be safe.
You take the druidic wand and head up to across the area, up the stairs in the room. As you enter inside,
I ask her if she could do her little like.
oh yes, and you see her move her magic and speak as she will cast almost a cone of silence that is meant to keep voices from being heard inward and outward, but a nice section where you two can hear each other, sealing off this room magically. Okay.
So, there's one other person that knows Valindra. Also, keep it low key.
Okay. He's part of the room. She's part of the Ramirez family.
Yes.
So nobility's there. I assume if the old king, wait, if she barely figured it out, how many people actually know that the old king still lives?
Not a lot, from what I know. So, like I said, you have to keep it really low key, which is why I'm surprised that Theo didn't tell you.
I'm surprised as well, if I'm being honest. At the same time, kind of confused. We have the ancient dragon on our side defending us, and
There's the thing. He doesn't have like a physical body.
A spirit dragon?
More like a form of some type of liquid.
I would be questioning you if I didn't know you were taking this serious.
100% serious.
I got
That's why
that.
we're in Theo's room with
The implications kind of said that. Okay, I gotta process real quick, but okay. The old king is a liquid, but alive. He still has access to his radiant abilities that protect the city.
I would like to say yes, but I don't fully know.
Okay. How did you find out, if you don't mind me asking?
You remember the day we got home from exploring past the fog?
Yeah.
I decided to stick with Theo because I had summoned him.
Oh,
and all that.
yeah, when he randomly disappeared mid-conversation.
Yeah,
also concerning, but I kind of figured it out.
Me.
Yeah.
We went to. It was me, Valindra, Theo, and then Goldpaw. There's a secret room somewhere that he's hiding in.
Right. Okay. I'm not going to visit him anytime soon. I have no reason to visit royalty.
Okay, cool.
So
it was quite scary.
Don't
to be honest.
You don't need to tell. Oh, he's scary.
Yeah, I was shaking.
Was he nice?
He said, I'm gonna merge this because I want to be dramatic. He said I was not worth being in that room.
Oh hell
But
no!
I still needed to be protected by something, I guess.
So
But that was about it. Theo got mad at him, and then that's when I figured. Well, I mean, I figured that he was, a special dragon before anything like this happened.
oh right. Well, first off, understandable. He got angry. I kind of got upset hearing that. How can you not be important, but then say protect him like he's important? That's contradictory.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little rude on his end, but I'm once again, if he's listening, I am not one to judge royalty. He can't hear us,
Yep.
right? Even though he's liquid.
I hope not.
Oh,
I
there's
mean,
so
we
many
love
questions.
you, but this little magical barrier is supposed to keep all that stuff out. It's like, right?
Hopefully so. Even if he's in liquid form, he is the essence of an ancient dragon, the most powerful of creatures in all of the realms.
Well, I mean, it seems like we're safe here.
Hopefully so.
But yes, keep it down. Keep it on the really down low.
It was never spoken.
Okay, cool. Anyway, do you know where Theo went?
Wait, what?
Do you not know where Theo went after?
Oh no,
they
no.
watched you guys want girl?
He said he was going back to the royal palace. I figured he was getting a dimensional transportation stone to send
Oh,
to
okay, that's right.
be able to jump into the Feywild.
Do you know how that works?
Oh no, I've never been to the Feywild.
No, the stone thingy.
Oh yeah. It creates a portal door. Lets you shift between the planes of existence to head to another realm. You need an anchor though of the realm you're heading to. I have learned through our histories of only 3 so far. There is a realm of the Fae. There is said to be a realm of what has been known as an astral sea, a place where spirits and others of a energy-like nature reside in. No land masses, no physical location. It is all just empty space. I really wrap my head around it. And obviously, this realm.
Okay. Well, I think there might be another realm out there somewhere. Do you remember that one day when all that snow happened?
Yeah.
We kind of got like teleported to like an ice world. I don't know if it was like on a whole opposite. Like,
Does
side
no
of
one tell me anything anymore?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought someone kept you in the loop.
Did Theo know?
I assume he does. I mean, we disappeared and then we reappeared out of nowhere.
Well, did you tell him though? Because I saw that. I saw you just like turn into a puff of snow, and then you came back with more snow.
Okay, well, I guess I have to tell him.
Cool. Okay. There's also an ice realm somewhere.
There was another dragon there.
What?
Yeah.
What type
She
of
was,
dragon?
I want to say like she was ice.
What color was their scales?
Like a bluey, like icy type.
For above table, it was a almost pearlescent white.
Okay. Pearlescent white, not bluey. Sorry.
One of the chromatic colors. According to old lores of the ancient dragons, there were 2 sets of categories. There were the chromatic, and then the metallic. They say those of the metallic nature were a little more magically adepts, but those with the chromatic had a more understanding of their elements.
Okay.
It was a interesting thing, but the reason why our platinum dragon was so exalted is because it fell into a 3rd category. Those that were categorized as almost psionic, a magic that is beyond the natural realms of the elements, the fire, the acid, the ice, the poison. They were beyond that. In our particular case, the Platinum Dragon radiated radiance, divinity.
Okay. I also don't know if there's a way back.
The stone should be able to get you back. Theo was born here.
To that place?
Oh, well, to travel
Because-
into other realms, all you need is essentially a piece from that realm. Anything that can anchor you to that place.
I think Delphi, would a wand work? Like,
If the wand was
ice
from
type
that
wand?
place.
Because I think Delphi has it still.
With that alone, you would be able to essentially travel to that ice realm.
Interesting.
As long as you have that anchor with you.
Okay. Because she asked us to do something, but it seemed like it wanted to start a fight or something, and I don't know if I want that.
Oh! That would not be good.
Yeah. I think I need to tell Theo that too.
Also would be good. You are gonna have a long conversation in the Fey realm.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Which I should probably get packing for.
Yeah, I'll give you your privacy. This conversation never happened unless you need me to talk to someone about it happening.
No, just keep it to yourself for now.
Will do.
Okay. Then I give her the wand back.
She takes the wand.
I said I thought we would have needed that.
You
I
see
thought
her.
it was part of her magic.
Nah, the wand is a druidic nature. You've seen them use it enough times to know it is used to shape and change the design and interior of the woods.
Okay. So it has nothing to do with her little...
Her own magic. No, she has her own control of her own magic.
Okay, cool.
As she waves her hands and the silence of the room dissipates, the arcane locks unlock. She opens the door, closes herself, walks out, and begins to work with the other Harrigans to control the night evening.
Then I get to packing.
Okay.
And I pack for Theo too. Because he's not here.
Yep. As you all begin to pack, heading to the individual spaces, information given to Valindra about the travel to the Fey realm. We head back to the florist shop. Una, an alien. You are in the comforts of your home. What are the first conversations you are having?
Alien, I gotta tell you something.
Is it that we're not going to the Feywild?
No, we have to talk about the Feywild, but let's talk about stuff in the city first. I know that we've, for the most part, kept don't ask questions that you don't want the answer to kind of thing going. I think maybe it's time to adjust that.
I say this out of the kindness and understanding that I will still love you nonetheless. Is it incriminating? Oh, you hesitated for way too long.
I honestly don't know if I've broken any laws. Above table. Have I broken laws?
Plausible deniability? you might have supplied individuals with something that can be used for medical and herbal uses, which were not used for those uses. Legally speaking, you haven't done anything wrong, but the things you have sold have been used for wrong. And on a side note, if anyone were to find out that you knew that they were being used for wrong, then yes, you have done wrong. Savvy?
So, in Earth terms, the argument could be made that I was an accomplice, or I could make the argument that I didn't know. I was just selling things.
Yeah. You were selling medical supplies that someone turned, because that's not a lie, and turned it into a deadly poison that might have been used to kill some nobles that your detective partner has tried to solve.
Okay. Technically, no. It's not incriminating.
Okay. Then, what do we got? What are we dealing with?
Una tells her everything about the poisons.
As you spend, we'll say, the first 5 minutes explaining the poisons, the next 5 minutes bringing Elian back to her senses of not hyperventilating, but coming darn near close to you. Do you explain who you sold them to?
I don't think she would name specifically who, but she'll be indicate that it was to the people who work in the dark.
So how would you say that to Elian as you two are there and she's just bringing it back in, finally getting her composure? It's like, hey, you're selling poisons. That's fine. Technically speaking, some poisons can be used for medicinal herbs, so that's an argument there to keep you out of law enforcement or the enforcers.
Mm-hmm.
Who were you selling them to?
The people who visit the dark a lot.
There's the longest, there's almost 6 seconds of inhale as she is keeping her composure. Her love is so strong. And at the last second, you feel like she is about to let out a well-panicked scream, not of anger, but of fear, of understanding that is a term that she has been hunting after for a while, of people known as denizens of the dark. And just before she can utter that phrase, well, if we're telling her everything, we should start with the beginning, shouldn't we, darling?
Oh, I was getting to this part too.
As Elian quickly snaps from her panicked long inhale, hops over the counter as the voice came from behind her towards your office, as she stands in front of you, dagger out in defensive position.
Elian, it's okay.
What a protective one you have. Stepping from the darkness, you see the Empress.
I don't like that you can just here in my house, apparently.
Well, you were away, darling. I was simply waiting for you to return. But then I heard the interesting conversation you were having, and I mean, who better to fill the blanks than the one you've been selling them to?
Okay.
So, if we're bringing the detective into the fold, let's make sure that there are no creases, shall we?
I'm sorry that I accidentally turned you into a corrupt detective.
Oh, there's no corruption, darling. Don't oversell it. It's just simply, she has been so good at her job that it's been coming hard to move around. My people that dwell in the dark have been having difficulties maneuvering around her. Power to you, dear. You are great. So great that I have considered removing you from the equation if it wasn't for your partner here. A great resource to us that a deal was struck. You are to remain unharmed. And I hold true to my word. So, now that you're in on the loop, here's the next question. Do you think you can dwell in the darkness, my sweet alien? And as Alien looks to the Empress, slowly lowering her blade, looks back to you, concerned but not... It's not a look of judgment, it's a look of protection. Looks back towards the Empress. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
Oh, hell no, bitch. We're going longer. Make it 4 hours.
I don't say this often in regards to extending. I also want to extend longer. I want to go to the Feywild. I want to do that stuff too.
I'm dying over here, but what the hell just happened, Todd?
Let us go longer, please.
I have a 3-day weekend.
I have a 3-day weekend.
Well,
All right.
I think it would be if Todd was to consider it, I think the people we should take into account would be Polly and Rach. Because for us, it's 9 p.m.
Yes.
That's true. For them, it's midnight.
It's 12 for us.
Yep.
Polly, how do you feel?
Only
Eh.
1 more hour, please.
He goes with I go with I'm on 25 hours.
Yeah, me too,
Oh my
buddy.
God,
I was awake at 5 a.m. this morning.
Yeah,
I haven't
Todd,
once
you need to
fallen
sleep.
asleep.
Yes. I
Go
do.
to sleep, my guy.
Well,
Ah.
ladies and gentlemen,
Ah,
I hope you enjoyed the suspense for this
At least
episode.
my wives have met.
look at what you got yourself into, Una.
We
I
should
don't
I'm
know.
make
very
a
excited
channel.
about what I got myself into.
We should make a
It's gonna turn out
channel.
perfectly for me.
Mm-mm.
A channel
Evil.
dedicated for what?
In the Discord, we should make a channel of all our conspiracy theory
That would be absolutely amazing.
and just see who's right.
Make a tally of you just type your name first and then put your conspiracy theory in it, and then just we'll go back on it, see who checks off the boxes of who was right, who was close, what similarities were there. That sounds like a great idea.
I think the
Like-
only conspiracy theory that I've had is that one that Valerie is actually no, I don't think Valerie is the dweller in the
The Empress.
God
Empress
damn.
of Dark-
Thank you.
Okay.
I couldn't my brain couldn't
I
come up with her
understand.
goddamn name.
I understand. I'm getting there.
She got a good poker face. I wouldn't put it
Um,
past the bitch.
But I think the only conspiracy theory I've had was that Theo was actually part of the royal family, and wow, I was right.
Yep.
Yeah, so
I had a
think-
conspiracy theory. Episode 0. that Theo was actually a dragon.
She said that right off the rip, and it's just like the first question I remember. It's in chat, so if you guys, whoever looks on my YouTube videos, you look back on it, she literally types in chat, "What's the color of the scales?" I'm just like, they look very shiny.
I have lots of theories. One, I think my mom is the old one.
Oh, that's the other one, I
that-
guess.
Yeah.
That's the other one, I guess.
And
I
then
100%.
I think my aunt that I never met, that was mentioned once in passing,
That was
Is
back in like
Theo's-
zero session.
Yeah.
Theo's deceased wife. I think that Theo, I think the Empress is Valerie. I think Tog wants to turn me into a hag.
You can use powers in multiple ways.
And I think you do want me to. I think you're gonna. I think I'm going to be put. Delphi is going to be put in a situation where she's gonna have to make a decision, and if I make the wrong one, she's gonna be a hag, and that's gonna make me cry. So don't do it. But I'm scared of that.
Well, as the theories fly out, as we end the episode for today, we'll come back. We can probably make YouTube shorts of what type of theories we want to put out there. That'd be hilarious. That way people can actually get more curious about the show, go back, look on the episodes. It'd be a great thing. But for now, so that those of us that need rest, aka myself, can get some rest,
Whatever.
to every viewer who's here, to everyone watching on YouTube, and to the episodes above, green screen, focus, please and thank you. Oh, I'm so sad. It doesn't want to focus.
Sparkles.
It's sparkling in all the random colors.
It's
Oh.
snow.
It's snow, yeah.
The
I
dragon's
hope
coming to visit
you
ya.
all enjoyed. I hope y'all are excited for our group's journey for the Feywild.
I don't know if I could wait another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We will see you on, I believe, it's going to be, today's the 31st, so it's going to be on the 14th. We'll see you next time on the 14th. And
I don't know if I can do that.
make sure you keep that bell notification on. I just...
Yeah, listen to the cat in the background.
I accidentally cut Delphi off on the muting button. If you want to say that again,
Toby
Delphi.
agrees.
Subscribe, bitches.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a good night, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.